Hello my friends, welcome back once again to my crypto predictions. Let's keep going with these trading signals for Bitcoin, Ethereum and Avalanche. So as always, we'll start with Bitcoin, and today is the 14th of May. You guys know that I have been predicting these charts ever since the month started, right around the 1st. And so far, almost every single day, I think only one day has been off. The rest, I have been nailing them as always. I mean, there's no joke when I say that my predictions have 90% accuracy on average, okay? Many times I do get 100%. Many times I get consecutive weeks, consecutive days where not a single day has failed. And I always detail this with the most extreme detail, okay? I always tell you which days will be the best, which days will be the most volatile, which days will be in range and possibly the ones to avoid. And everything that I told in the past videos, I will not repeat on this one because it's senseless to actually do that. If you want to have the information and how it actually works, I really invite you to watch all the previous videos. Because, for example, on this range of days from the 8 to the 9 to the 11, I told you this will be the best period of cryptocurrencies of the crypto market so far in May, and that's exactly what we saw exactly on that day. The 8th begins with extreme volatility upwards. Bitcoin finally recovers and goes beyond 100k. So this is no joke. My predictions are no joke. People are starting to catch on to this, which is very good, because eventually what I really want is to have a very wealthy community, okay? I want every single one of you to have the most money possible. It will be necessary for the future plans of this, of my project, of my work. But it's also because, guys, there's a future coming where people will kind of struggle to make money. I mean, many of you are already seeing this. People who have jobs, coders, for example, they're getting fired, and that revenue will no longer be that accessible for many people. So it will be a world where everyone will have to find a way to basically sustain themselves. And I think my destiny in this regard, because I have the ability to predict the future, is to help as many people as I can to survive that kind of era. So yeah. Let's go with the chart now. Let's put aside the philosophical thoughts. So we see that I told you many times that around the 12th will be the day that basically will end this very good streak of consecutive green days. Okay, that was because right after this one, there's the first red circle, 12 or 13. And I also told you that because 12, 13, 14, 15, and yeah, all of these days have opposite energies sharing those days as well. Always means very volatile days. So you can see it right after. I mean, just like I said, the 12th of May, look at this extreme volatility downwards. Okay, then look at the 13th of May. Look at this extreme volatility upwards. So I really tell people that whenever you have these days with very volatile signals, you better be trading with, you better not go full on leverage. And by that, I mean, you don't have to go 100x on leverage, okay? That will easily liquidate you if you don't calculate these things right. And I do have my own trading techniques, but it's something that I really don't have the time right now to share. And I also, because these trading techniques are also very profitable, it's there's no incentive for me to share that for free. I know many people actually claim to have the most profitable trading strategy, but as always, they are usually talking trash. And those trading strategies are actually garbage, or the trading bots, because I also seen many of that. So yeah. But anyways, I told you 14 or 15 could be volatile days so far, but the 14 it's volatile, but in range, kinda a little bit. It's so far a correction, it's looking like. But yeah, I also told you that in any case, the most volatile day right here of these two is going to be tomorrow, because the 15 is in the box as well as the 14, but yeah, it's also within this range of days where the volatility pattern is very clear. I mean, when you have a day shared by opposite energies, in that case the circles 15 15, okay? So it's going to be very volatile possibly tomorrow. That's actually what I told you guys. I mean, I keep repeating myself because everything that I predict comes true, guys. I mean, I told you many times, these days, many of these days were going to be very volatile. I was expecting at least two. This has already happened with these previous days, but it could happen a third day, maybe tomorrow. And by the 16th, I believe it will be a correction. Now, the 17th could look like it could be volatile as well, but at the same time, because it's in yellow, and yellow always represents either range or volatility, it could also be a chill day, maybe. That will be, I think, it's going to be Saturday, so it could be. So we'll have to see, but yeah, there's another opportunity range around the 17 or 18. One of these days, I think more likely to see that happening on the 18. Could be completely green, so there's the possibility of even going even higher than this, especially if the corrections coming are not that bad. And by not that bad, I believe that the maximum they could go down could be, in the best scenario, not below 100k. Okay, something like that, which actually I forgot. This is around what, 2%, so yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's essentially all I have for Bitcoin. Now let's take a look at the altcoins, because there's really something crazy going on. I mean, it's not that crazy, but it's starting to picture. So you can see that there's a major divergence right here on the altcoins. So Bitcoin had a green day on the 13th, but it was not really that impressive. Let's just go back and try to measure that day. Because if we actually try to, measure this day from the starting position to the closing position, which is around around here, something like that, approximately. So you have 1%, so not much. Now, if you go back and look at the altcoins, you can see that for Ethereum, oh my god, this was one of the most volatile days ever for Ethereum in quite a long while. So you can see it's actually to the maximum position, is to the peak, it's 11%. And to the finishing position, it's around 8%, 9% almost. So it's a very volatile day, very powerful. And that's something that Ethereum right there shows us, that there was the possibility of seeing a very good day either on the 13 or 14. It was also going to be very volatile because, again, look at this pattern. I never can stop repeating this, but it's very crucial for many people to understand this. Whenever you have days, either in boxes or circles, that also share by red or green respectively, that means they are going to be very volatile. The 13 right here on the box, and right there on the box, and as well on the circle. So very, very volatile day, goes completely upwards, and 14 in this case is actually a correction. So it really shows that you need to keep an eye out for these altcoins as well. Because I know that because Bitcoin tends to dictate basically the trends of the crypto markets, many people will actually only go for the for the Bitcoin information and trade altcoins with that. And it's not going to be that bad actually, but it's going to be much better if you actually have the charts that I provide for altcoins, because they will provide very key opportunities that Bitcoin will not show, because as you can see, Bitcoin barely benefited from this day on the 13th, whereas Ethereum had one of the best days so far. So it's very, very important. But yeah, otherwise, let's see what could look like in the next coming days. So 15 in the case of Ethereum is on the yellow. There's no volatility signal, clear signal for this. So I believe it could be a chill day, could be in range actually. 16, very volatile. I believe Bitcoin also showed that day, and possibly on a correction, I believe. So in this case, Ethereum is more mixed. It could actually be possibly a day where Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, The next days, especially around the 18 or 19, we're going to see a very powerful correction. Okay, so be prepared to see that happening, because it will be a powerful correction. And by powerful, I mean possibly more than 3 or 4% of a movement. So that's all I have for Ethereum. Now let's take a look at AVAX. So AVAX or AVAX, whatever, Avalanche. So you see AVAX also benefited very good from this 13 pump, which was mainly very good for altcoins, like I told you. Bitcoin barely did anything on that day, so it's mostly just altcoins that really had a very good opportunity for that day. So it's going to be looking like 14, I mean for 15, 16 could possibly be green days, 16 as well volatile for AVAX. Ethereum also shows the 16 as volatile. And 16, 17, one of these days could provide an opportunity for a very nice pump. So again, we could see major divergences from these altcoins in respect to Bitcoin in these coming days. Maybe some of them will outperform Bitcoin, just like it happened on the 13. Maybe some of them could underperform. Okay, we have to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, very volatile days coming still. Okay, we have especially 16 and the 17. So be prepared for that. And again, corrections around the 18, 19 shows it in this case for AVAX as very volatile. But yeah, you can see a clear lack of green circles around these days. So we're going to see possibly even consecutive corrections, okay? Starting, I believe, around the 18, but if in the worst case scenario, could actually start kind of sooner, around the 16 or 17. Okay, so be prepared to see that consecutive corrections, especially for AVAX. It's kind of the worst outlook for the next basically for the next week, would be because you will see me again on Sunday. So yeah, you will see me again on Sunday, basically next week. So yeah, these are the trading signals that you need to be prepared for trading in the next coming days. So having said that, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and give me your comments if you want me to predict specific cryptocurrencies, or if you have any questions regarding financial predictions. You can always write at me in my email. So have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.